Yeah.
How are you, Mr. Perry?
I'm good. This is my first time using Zoom. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
We can hear
Okay.
you.
I'm afraid we can even see you.
What can I say? Yeah. You must be Pat.
This
That's
was
Pat.
That's Pat.
Yeah. We're actually on, we both have Zoom accounts, and one says Pat and Bill and the other one just says Pat. So it just depends on which system we're on that the name comes across.
Right.
We're up here in Ohio.
Just a quick question, Pat. Your name, I remember from so many times I've heard it in the past. I joined in 1992. When did you join the company originally? How long have you been with Herbalife?
1984.
Wow.
Wow.
He's old, I'm not.
He's just a newcomer, right? Okay.
Yeah. As of April.
Actually, he just
Wow.
retired in April and finally decided he was going to do this with me.
Well, congratulations, Bill.
Yeah, I come home and I said, okay, I'm done. I said, we can do anything we want. I retired from GM as a tech manager. I said, we can do anything we want to do. I said, we can travel, do whatever you want to do. She looked at me, she says, I want to do Herbalife. I said, okay, let's go.
New career for you, Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're back in the business again.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
I just thought I retired.
You may not recognize the name, but you probably recognize my mother.
Ding dong,
There she is.
ding dong, I'm so excited. Oh, Happy, you're awake. I just said,
Hello, Mom.
hi, good morning over there. It's 4 a.m. for him. So I'm trying to call you. So
I was
yes.
answering your calls, but everybody could hear me speak to you because I was on the call already.
Okay. And Lucy is coming on. Oh, wait, Matthew for some. Oh, good, and Perry. So we've got Canada, we've got South Africa. I've got Matthew, you muted yourself. Is there a reason for that, Matthew?
Yeah, she's 8 months old and she started walking today.
Matthew, his little girl started walking today, and he captured it in a video, and he sent it to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh! I mean, I it's exciting. So Lucy is going to be coming on, and Ro, are you on? You just told me that you didn't. So Ro, you should be on. I have Lucy on. I hope everybody has pen and paper, because we're going to be going through a lot. Happy, you look like it's 12 o'clock noon.
That's because I woke up 3:30 and I'm busy drinking herbal concentrate, aloe, energy, everything. Nightworks is all in one concoction.
There you go. Now you're drinking like I do. And
Waking myself up.
Drinker. I've got my shake and my herbal tea. So cheers. Okay. So we do have some more people that will be joining us here shortly, but what I want to do, and I hope you all have pen and paper. I'm going to give you the agenda first. As you can tell, I'm pretty dang excited. I love, Bill, that was so cute what you put on my post today.
What did I put on your post?
I put this post up that said, energy goes where attention flows. And what did you change it to?
I said, energy goes where Carla flows.
True.
That's true, huh? Just like Happy. Happy's the exact same way. Okay. So here's what's going to be happening. We're first going to hear from Happy because he's been doing this longer than anybody, because he's been doing this since he basically got registered in the company, which is like 15 months ago. So not doing this particular system, but doing a system similar to this. So he's got the most experience than any of us, including myself, of course. But he has really refined and has mastered this process. And it's made a huge difference in his business. Then, look at, I'm so good. I even made a flow chart for everybody. So you guys are going to be trained on exactly what to do. Of course, I don't do computer graphics. I do everything handwritten. And what's so funny is Lucy and I were going tomorrow to Texas to do an STS there, right? And so we were up until almost 2 o'clock in the morning doing our training the other day. And what's so funny is she wants to do a PowerPoint, right? Well, I don't do that. I said, Lucy, literally, I want to do Elmo. I want my handwritten notes, and I want to do my training like this. And I just started laughing because, you know, everybody at STSs and all of that around the world, they get all fancy with their PowerPoints, and I don't care. I want my handwritten stuff. It's my personality is on this stuff. So I do it with lots of colors. I do it with my smile faces, all the things I need. So anyway, we're going to go through the flow. And then after the flow, we're going to be going through the 60-day. And I'm telling you, you guys, I'm telling you, I am so glad we didn't start this 60 days in January. You know, December basically was a pilot program for all of this, and we ran it through to see how it would work. We've been able to refine it. But I'm telling you, the information and the things that we are about to do with this 60 days is beyond my comprehension of what I thought a 60-day should be. And I'm going to let Matthew talk about that towards the end. Then we're going to also be able to take questions from all of you. Okay? So that is the deal, Lucia. So I told Happy he can go first. And Happy, you're more than welcome to stay on the entire thing. Or if you want to go back to bed, you can after drinking that concoction. If you can. If not,
I'm awake now.
If not, you can hang on. Okay, so we did a training with Happy. And I did that last month. So he'd kind of give like the flow and exactly what he was doing, and things were going nuts. What I want to do is I want to give an update of what's been going on with Happy. And then I'm going to be telling Happy what's going to be happening next week that he doesn't know about. So, because I just thought about it 5 minutes ago. So Happy. So in December, you got some momentum going. You went home. It's so wonderful. You were able to register your sister.
Yep.
And so it's the first time he's been able to have his family a part of this. And then January, I want you to tell everybody what has been happening with your group.
Okay, at the end of, hello everybody. Just quickly, my name is Muhammad. I've been renamed Happy. I love that name. It suits me so much. Thank you, Bob. So at the end of December, my sister that's first line to me, she became a supervisor like within that same month, using this flow. And then soon after that, the other sister that signed up underneath her, the first week of January, became a supervisor. And then her first line is also a supervisor. So I got 3 first line, second line, third line supervisors in this last 30 days and 2 weeks. So it's about 6 weeks that I got 3 new supervisors.
And you have another one that's going to become a supervisor.
And then I have a 4th line that's halfway there. That's very determined. She wants to qualify for the LDW. So before this, I used this flow. I had very few people that were qualifying for the LDW, but now it's like a boom, 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 boom. Everybody's qualifying for the LDW in a very short space of time. And we're super, super excited because it's just the momentum that I've had. It is carried on into this month. I managed to double my volume. My best volume month was like 5,000 only, and I like, guys, I'm very young in this business, so that almost doubled that to like 8.5 in January, and now I'm already sitting almost on 5 for this month. So it's just been awesome. The referrals have been coming through. People are sending people all the time. The relationships. I think the fun part about it is the fact that it's not difficult. It's easy. It's simple. There's no pressure. People not obligated to do too much things in the 6th day. They just have to change their breakfast, and that is what I love about it. And then to the end of the 6th day, when you speak about the referrals, a lot of people sometimes can't upgrade immediately, but they still keep contact with me. I still keep contact with them. They still sending people to me. And yeah, I asked them to rate my 6 days at the end of the week. Some people give me a 15 out of 10. They give me a 20 out of 10. The worst I got was 10 out of 10 in rating it. They love it. They're saying they never knew that it could be so fun. Changing the breakfast.
Wait, time.
Yeah.
You said something that I haven't heard yet. What are you saying as far as rating it?
I asked them at the end, the couple I had in my last 6th day, I got another one running now. In the previous one, I asked him, like, how would you rate my 6 day breakfast challenge, and how do you rate my services as a coach? And the husband said, my bro, I give you 20 out of 10. The wife said 10 out of 10. We love the motivation, the inspiration, the easiness, and the fun. They used the word, the two of them specifically said fun. They said, I didn't know that changing my breakfast and eating healthy could be so much fun. That was his exact words he used.
So out of 10, so you're giving them a scale of 1 to 10 to rate you plus the 6th day.
No, they decided to do that out of their own. They used the numbers out of their own.
Okay. Do most people give you a rating like that, or what? Or do they just say, when you say rate me and rate the challenge, do they say, oh, I thought it was really good, or do they give you numbers like that?
Some say it was good. Some say they really enjoyed it, and others would say a number. So this couple used a number, and other people would say it's good. Yeah, that's
okay. I see. Okay, and okay, so Ro. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, so Ro.
Yeah.
Okay. She asked what, okay, so she is somehow on the phone or something, and I'm seeing what she's asking me. So Ro, we'll talk about that. That's something that was brand new that just Happy came up with. She was asking about the rating system that I stopped you on.
Right.
I heard that for the first time.
Perfect. Yeah, I liked it. So.
Okay, there you are. Good. Yes, Ro. I can see you now. Yay, Ro. Okay. I think that's an excellent thing to say, Happy, because the other thing is you can say, well, what would you think would be better for me to do, or what do you think would be good for, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I like that. It's different.
But they were happy because I never thought about it before the time. It was in the conversation and the two of us were speaking. And then I decided to ask the wife the same question. And then after that, I started asking everybody else. So now it's part of what I do.
Now, the other thing that I want to tell people, because it's something that I know that you wouldn't do on your own, so I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So the amount of money that you made in the month of January, okay?
Do you want me to say?
And what people need to realize is that Happy has a full-time job that is very demanding because he's a rehab counselor, a drug rehab counselor. So it's very demanding. He has very little time to put, and they've restricted him at work. He cannot be on his phone. They actually lock his phone up while he's at work, and they weren't even giving it back to him on break or at lunch. So then he had to wait until after work. So his phone was in jail.
Yeah.
And with your phone in jail, Happy, and very limited time to be able to talk, how much income you earned last month?
Well, if I take December and I look at what my wholesale was, my passive check was, and I look at January's passive check, I had an increase in my passive check of about 3,000 Rand. And my retail also increased by another 2,000 Rand. So together, I made 15,227 Rand part-time in January.
Now, and I know we're on a different money scale, and so I'm going to have to push that number in. But when I asked you, Happy, what does a normal person make full time in South Africa doing a normal job?
What is a normal person? I think I made the part-time money that I made is more than what normal average people earn as a salary. Because my salary, I'm earning almost double my salary, my full-time salary with Herbalife. I'm almost double what I'm earning full-time.
Just so you know, guys, that's about $1,200 US.
Yeah, $1,200, very part-time, in a very short period of time that he actually has to actually talk to people or to text people.
She's probably laying on her butt.
Which is incredible.
Yes, it is.
And he is making double part-time almost with Herbalife than his full-time job.
Yeah.
And I keep telling him he's got to fire his boss. He's got to fire his boss. Oh my God. I can't talk to this person.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be time to get rid of the dead weight soon, man. Come on.
That is going to happen soon. I am coming to live in California.
He is coming to see me for 90 days. And I don't know where we're going to be, Happy, but we will be together, wherever it is.
We're going to be signing people up, getting people on challenges, upgrading them, signing them into the business, everything.
Anything and everything, I know. So the thing is, Happy, what we are doing here for the coaches here forward is we are every Wednesday we are going to be doing a Zoom training with the coaches. So this is something that we didn't do before that we're now going to do, because as we go through all these things, we're going to be training and taking questions and doing all that stuff. Now, you do not have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, Happy. Your mom will not do that to you. Just today,
I don't mind. I don't mind.
I know, because you're sweet. But
You only need to get up at 4 in the morning if you're committed, Mohammed. Don't worry, mate. It's fine. If you're not that committed, don't worry about it. Fine.
I love that. I love that.
No, but Happy, what I will do with Matthew, or by myself or whatever, is I'm going to probably do interview, and I'm going to have you show some of your stuff, because I need you to help train the coaches here.
Okay.
So you're going to help train.
Okay.
And you didn't know that before, but yeah.
No. The one thing that I've learned is to trust you with blindfolds on, so I say yes to whatever you say.
Perfect attitude. Perfect attitude.
Well, he knows I won't steer him wrong, too.
Yeah.
So, Happy, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions for Happy?
Go for it. Ask me questions.
I think they're a little stunned, but also...
Okay, it means you either did a great job or you did a terrible job, mate. I'm not sure which one. Whenever they're silent, it means you did a great job or...
I understand.
Happy, you did a great job, but here's the deal. Happy owes me some buttons from South Africa.
Okay.
And what do those buttons say, Happy? I want 2 different kinds, and they're all going to go to these coaches that I will get directly. But what do those buttons say?
Wow.
You want the energy button?
Tell me what the energy button says.
The energy button says always tired, need more energy, ask me how.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what does the other button say?
The 6-day one. Is it the 6-day one?
Yes. What does it
Is
say?
it, oh, ask me about my 6-day breakfast challenge.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I like
Yes.
that too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are the buttons that we'll be getting shortly.
I also,
Yes.
sorry to jump in. I also just ordered, we'd had made up a while ago, what did you have for breakfast and change your breakfast, change your life
Yeah.
button. We just reordered some boxes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and what I want Happy to do actually is Happy make pictures of those buttons, and I'll probably have to get them made over here because it's going to take way too much time to get them from South Africa. But I just want to put a little bit of pressure on this guy because he asks me for everything.
But you know, we made a button now. Okay, that's not the button that you wear every day, but it's a button that gets people asking, like, what is it about? So it says, get excited. We are going to Paris, and then there's an Eiffel Tower on there, and yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because their extravaganza is going to be in Paris.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we have one like that made specifically to draw attention for that.
Yes, which is excellent. So yes, Happy, please get me those, and now we're going to go on to the next thing. But thank you.
Thank you. I love you all. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here.
I figured.
I'm awake.
I figured. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to go into the flow. So you guys need to have your pens out because I'm going to teach you guys, and for a lot of you, it's the very first time you've ever seen this because I just made it up before we got on this call. Because this is going with me to the SPS training. So this is the flow for the 90 days to a happier and healthier you, because that's what all this is all about, actually. So the first thing that I've got here is who do you talk to? So the contacts that you get, right? So one way to get people into the 6-day, get them onto the trial is old customers off a button, and now you know the buttons that we're about to do. Also face-to-face when you're out and about. Social media, which I posted Happy's social media posting, which was excellent. Because there's only 2 types of people that we talk to. And that's how simple this business is, you guys. It's 2 types of people that we talk to. We talk to people we know, and we talk to people we don't know. So the people that we know is known as our center of influence. People we don't know, we get through social media or through the button as we're out and about, or through advertising. So advertising in the way that we do it. Now, it's very simple. I don't know if Lucy had to take her dad to the kidney doctor, and I don't know if she made it on.
Oh,
might be coming in, but Lucy has a great thing that we will put out there that is on all the contacts that she has on her phone. She sent it out, so I will get that into the coaches chat, and she got a lot of people off of that. But also, the only thing that changed in the verbiage is talking about a healthy breakfast. That's the only thing that changed. So the reason why talking about a healthy breakfast is so important is because it encompasses everybody, whether they want to gain weight, lose weight, maintain their weight, whether they're just elderly, our youngest challenger was 9 months old. Remember the baby drinking out of the straw? So cute. So it encompasses everything. So then the next thing is you get them on the 6-day trial pack. If you are going to be a part of this, you do not refer to the 6-day trial pack by calling it a 3-day. You don't do that. You've got to X out that verbiage. I don't care what it says on the package. People won't read it. They'll hear what you have to say. So you need to say a 6-day trial pack. Okay? By the way, you know what's going to happen here in the States, you guys? I'm so excited. So what's happening here in the States, and it's going to be coming out, is they are going to be putting in the herbal tea concentrate packet. Finally, they're listening. I've been on that one. And I'm also really working on them to put in the French vanilla and not the cookies and cream. So actually what Herbalife is doing is they're going to have 2 different types of trial packs. They'll have the trial pack with the total control, and then they're going to have this new trial pack. And hopefully this new trial pack will come out by the LDW. They kind of have it slated for the extravaganza that's going to be happening in July, but they might be able to speed it up and get it done by the LDW. So that will be perfect. Okay, so
Awesome.
5 days for the 6 days, and the thing is, what you guys are going to be learning is how you get the referrals, which is what Happy is so excellent at, where he will say, what do you say, Happy, to get people to give you referrals right off the bat? They haven't, let's say they haven't got their trial pack yet.
Okay, so what happens is, in the beginning, when I speak to people, they already know that they're not going to be with me for 6 days only, because I break it up for them. So I tell them, welcome to Getting Healthy and Happy in 90 days, which is broken up into 3 parts. And the first part is the 6 days, so you'll start there. And in the 6th day, on day 6, there's a message that's going to come out to you, showing you how you can benefit from getting a 10% off. But I'm not going to wait until day 6. I want to speak to you now, so that you're ready by day 6 with the things that you need to be able to benefit from the discount. So then I'll tell them, if you have 3 people in your family and friends that you know that you would like to benefit from the same thing that you're going to be doing, then I'll give you a 10% off. And if you upgrade within the 6 days, you get another 10%. So that's 20% off your 21-day package. So they know that they're going to do a 21 days, so they're going to want to pay less, and they're already mentally prepared for the next step and what they need to do. And then by the time it gets to day 5, I get the numbers coming through already of the people I need to contact as they refer them.
Okay, so that's over here once they're in the My Healthy Breakfast Challenge. But I'm talking about when they get the trial pack. How do you get people in the challenge with them right from day 1 and they haven't even taken it?
Okay. Oh, okay. So I didn't hear the question properly. My bad. So
jump the other one.
I say to them, if they have any family or friends that they would like to bring with them onto the challenge for accountability, probably about another 5 people, then their challenge pack, I will cover their challenge pack for them. They just have to give me the people they're bringing money for their pack. So they basically earn their pack for free, and that's how I get families or friends to start together. Yeah.
So that's what you do in South Africa. You're doing 5. What we're doing here
I'm doing 5.
3.
Okay.
So if you refer 3 people that get in the challenge with you, then you get your trial pack for free. Okay. So that's the difference between the 2 here.
Yeah.
But the key word that Happy said, did everybody hear what that key word was? Accountability. Write that down.
Accountability.
To have somebody come in with you, so it gives you accountability. That's a very key word. Okay, so then what's needed once they get the trial pack, you got to get them to download the WhatsApp off their Play Store. So they need the phone, they need the WhatsApp, and then they need the trial pack. So that's what's needed. Then we already covered what Happy was great, and he already covered what happens in the 6-day challenge. So that no, that's perfect. So then what's needed to go from the 6th day to 21 day is upgrade to the full product. Okay? That's what that says. But also here in the States, what you're going to do is you're going to get them onto the loyalty customer program with Herbalife, because that's where they can earn points to get really great prizes. And they get it by product points. By ordering products, that will give them more points. So that's going to be tied in right there. Then we go to the 21-day Healthy Habit Challenge. But you guys all know what that's all about because I'm speeding this up because I really want Matthew to speak about the 60-day. But here's the deal. After the 21-day, what's needed to go into this my 60-day is this. And this is going to maybe like surprise a few of you because I haven't talked to any of you about this yet. But what's needed to go into the 60-day, it says serious only. Serious only is what's needed for the 60-day. Where do I got that? I think I got it there. Serious only.
Is it? I can see it.
Okay, good. Serious only. And
Carla,
you might, yes?
if you take a picture of it and then put it on the app, we can.
Well, excuse me, I already have done that. I mean, why, you know, okay, Pat, do you see? I still am slow. Still slow when it comes to social media. So just so you know, hon, there's absolute, you know, I make it easy for you because you have hope. Okay, so here I'm putting it in the coaches chat. It's there now.
Yes.
I hope I wrote serious only on there because I added some stuff along the way.
It's you, Carla.
There you go. So what's needed is serious only. So when you get challengers from here, the only type of people that's going to go into the 60-day are, we're not babysitting these people. It's not like the 21 and the 6-day where you've really got to be on that person. When they get to the 60-day, they take personal responsibility, okay?
Yeah.
And they've got to participate. Here's the thing. You must earn the right to stay in the 60-day group. That's a key thing that's not written on that piece of paper that I just sent. But you got to earn the right to stay in the 60-day. And by the way, that's not just with challengers, that's going to also be for coaches. So this is where participation is important. So I'm not telling them to post their shakes every day. I am not telling them to post their healthy snack every day. We are not telling them to post their healthy meal every day. But they need to post one of those 3 things within the day. That's just an automatic because they got to stay accountable, right? So that's an important thing. Now, let me just tell you my part of the 60-day. Then I'm going to turn this over to Mastermind Matthew. That's your new name, Matthew. Mastermind Matthew. Okay.
Perfect.
I love these names.
It is. I love names. Yes. Okay. So. And by the way, Ro,
yes,
Happy calls you Rowie.
Rowie.
Rowie. Your name is Rowie.
Nice, Rowie.
He uses that E.
Yeah.
So I want you to write these things down because when you talk to your people that have already taken the pilot program, which they've been in the 6-day, they've already been in the 21-day, I'm going to let you know what's going to be happening in the 60-day. I'm going to give you some insight. Then you're going to hear Mastermind Matthew. So first of all, I'm going to be counting down. So instead of it counting up to 60, I'm counting down. So it'll say 60 days, and it'll say 50 days to go, 58 days to go, 50. Every day it's going to count down. What's going to be on there every day is going to be either, after it says my transformational, 60-day challenge, right? What's going to be after that, after the day that is posted, it's going to be either a shake recipe, it's going to be a healthy meal idea, or it's going to be a healthy snack idea. So every time that I am talking to them, and Matthew's got some great stuff that he's going to share, but that's what's going to be on there. So they're going to get ideas and recipes for shakes, okay? Also, what's going to be on there is 5 personalized numbers that they've never known before. If they need some help in going quicker and faster, what the 5 personalized numbers is all about is to help somebody lose weight in a faster, quicker, healthiest manner possible. So when you couple that with the products that they're using, there's no way to get quicker, faster results. There's also going to be product knowledge in there, not every day, but there's going to be product knowledge in there. So there's also going to be the 25-question quiz on gluten sensitivity, because that can be one of the major things that's holding these people back that they didn't even know. And knowing in the United States, it's 1 out of every 3 people have a gluten sensitivity. And what I would have to say is, when I've done my weight loss challenges for all those years, in my weight loss challenge, the number was much higher. So people that want to lose weight, it's more like 2 out of 3 people that have a weight problem. 2 out of 3 people are going to have that gluten sensitivity. Also, what's going to happen? What I've got in there is some stuff from Susan Bowerman, and she has some very good things that I would never think of. So I throw her in every so often, and it's nice to hear from the nutritionist from Herbalife. So I've got some really great her in this also. Now that is going to only be, though, what I'm talking about, every other day. Now, what's going to happen on those other days, right? So what I am dealing with is I am dealing with a person's health and their body, and helping them, whether they want to gain weight, lose weight, maintain their weight, just get healthy. And so that's what I'm dealing with. But Mastermind Matthew, I'm just going to tell a tiny bit, and then Matthew, I hope your daughter is asleep or going to be, this girl is going to, she's going to be louder than me. Well, maybe as loud as me when she grows up. I've heard her. So the thing is that one day Matthew we were talking, and he just got this brilliant idea, light bulb went on. And Matthew's background, as I've told a lot of you, but I want to get it on here because Maria from Belgium wasn't able to get on this tonight, is that he worked with Tony Robbins for 10 years. And he traveled the world with Tony Robbins, and he also trained the trainers in Tony Robbins. Matthew also was 2 years in LA working with the top A-list actors and actresses in counseling. And what I can say is Matthew can take what would take a normal counselor 2 years to get some progress, Matthew can do in 6 to 8 sessions. The guy is absolutely brilliant. He has done stuff on me that was unbelievable, and he can do it in such a way that you don't even know that it's being done, but has helped me tremendously. But what he is going to do is the positive mindset. And so, but not just a positive mindset, but something that has never been taught or trained or anything in Herbalife. This is a brand new thing that this avenue, this aspect has never been talked about in all the 38 years of Herbalife. And what it is especially for people that have a weight situation, there's a lot of stuff that goes on up here. So much stuff goes on up here that they're dealing with that they've never really dealt with. So Matthew, are you there, Matthew? I don't see your picture.
I'm here.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
I gave you an intro, but it's all true. And I'm going to say, while his face is on here, he has to be one of the top 3 in the world, and actually he's probably the only one in the world because he has a very special gift. But one of the top 3 in the world that even does what he does.
I appreciate that. Wow, that gives me some big shoes to fill. Luckily, I got big feet. So, all right. So here's what it comes down to. I'm going to go into a bit of structure, and I'm going to go into some content and tell you guys what to expect as we go through. But I want to give you the overview of the full 90 days, and I want to show you how that impacts on the 60-day. Because our whole intention when we were putting the 90 days together, the first 6 days is intended for your brand new person who doesn't even know if this is going to work. And here's something I want you all to write down. And it's probably the single most important thing that you can know inside of what we're going to do within 90 days. And that is People will always question what you tell them, but they will never question what they conclude themselves. People will always question what you tell them, but they'll never question what they conclude themselves. Why do I underline that point so much? Because quite simply, our job is to give them the information that they need in such a way as to allow them to reach the conclusion that we need them to reach in order to achieve the results that they want to achieve. The way I like to put it is I want to give you every opportunity to do exactly what I say in any way that you choose. I actually tell my clients that. I say, I want to remove the illusion of choice. You're going to do this exactly the way. You're going to find your way to do exactly what I want you to do. So that's the whole point of what we're doing. So 6 days, if close, that's fine. That's fine. Nothing wrong with the sound of a baby making noise. She's excited.
Yeah, there's no sound.
The best thing
there's
in the
no
world.
problem.
So-
It's when that's all you can hear that's the problem.
So the 6 days is designed to get them to a point where they go, wow, something might work. Whether they're trying to lose weight, gain weight, improve their health, whatever they're trying to do, the 6 day will get them to a point where they think something will work. Most people are so undereducated when it comes to health that they're at a place of what we call learned helplessness. Nothing's going to work. There's no point in trying because it's not going to work. And if you try and throw these people into this huge, complicated program, most of them fall off. So what we're going to do is we're designing a flow that the worst that happens to people is they'll fall back and we'll catch them and we can keep them moving forward. So the 6 days is designed to get them to a point where they understand something's going to work. Then once you've established that something is going to work, they've found it out within themselves, we move to the 21 day because it takes 21 days to build a habit. And the reality is you can't chase goals. Goals don't work. I'm sorry to sound negative. I know I'm supposed to be all like rah, positive, Mr. Motivation. Goals don't work. You can't chase goals because it's not goals that make your life the way that it is. It's the stuff that you do every day that makes your life the way it is. And so we spend 21 days teaching them that A, they can establish a new habit in a nice, easy, non-threatening, simple way. And B, here's a habit that's gonna really help them. And you'll find, to be perfectly honest, like Carla was saying, we were talking earlier today about how serious we're going to need people to be in the 60 day. Genuinely, guys, you're going to find that probably 2/3 of your people are not really going to go past the 21 day. Yeah. Again, not being negative, it's just reality. About 60% of your people are just going to drink Allergy and Shake and a few targeted products as you start working with them and looking after them over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. And frankly, if you do that, you've done a bigger service to that person than just about anything else you could do. For the 30% or so, for the third or so that are going to go on to the 60 day, what they're going to get is literally a step-by-step. Gosh, it's the scope of it is so extraordinary. It kind of blows me away. It's really humbling to be involved. Because like Carla said, what they're going to get from Carla is a tremendous amount of information. See, Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar used to have this argument. Zig Ziglar said, all you need is motivation. Jim Rohn said, well, if you take an idiot and motivate him, what you've got is a motivated idiot.
Idiot, right?
Right. And so the reality is, but you know, and then the book says, well, the truth will set you free. But not if you don't believe it, it won't. So, you know, there's two sides to this coin. And let's be really, really, really honest. We all know what to do. Every single person you're going to deal with, we pretty much, we know what to do. The issue isn't often strategy, although there's certainly some refinements that we'll add. Most of the time, the reality of people's experience is they can't get themselves to take that action. And us as Herbalife distributors, as coaches and mentors, and so on and so forth, the biggest issue that we have is helping people make the decision to take the steps that they need to take. I hope that makes sense for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So now 6 days has given them some confidence in you. 21 days has given them some confidence in themselves. They can build a habit. Now we get into the real serious stuff for 60 days. And like Carla said, 60 days is going to be serious. They're going to have to earn the right to stay in, and you as coaches are going to have to earn the right to stay in as well by participating, results, and so on and so forth. But what's going to happen over this 60 days, we're going to have every third day, give or take approximately, they're going to get a 2 to 3 minute audio message from me. Just to give you my background, I've got 25 years in the personal development industry.
What call just as I started this call?
Hi.
What happened?
I'm just gonna, it's Kay that I gotta mute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, or you can mute yourself, Kay. It's okay, go ahead.
I got you, Kay. There you go. Done. I spent 25 years in the personal development industry. I'm a master practitioner of I'm actually a master trainer of what's called neuro-linguistic programming, Ericksonian hypnosis, and timeline therapy. As Carla said, I traveled the world with Tony Robbins and various other people for about 10 years. We've done fire walks. We've done all kinds of cool, fun things. I think at last count, I'd helped about 3,000 people walk across 2,800-degree coals. So if I'm good at anything, I'm good at people. I'm good at literally helping people take steps that they were previously afraid to take. And so, I've worked with. I can't name names, but as Carla said, I lived in LA for a couple of years. We worked with some very, very big names, Olympic medal-winning athletes. So that's my background. My background was never really just health and nutrition. My background was in helping people get results in every area of their life. I saw Herbalife years ago. I was fortunate enough to see Mark Hughes when I lived in Australia and fell in love with the idea, kind of played around and bounced around the business, but not really seriously until a few years back. And what I bring to this is what I think is a component that will really help. No, I'm dressing it up too much. What I bring to it is exactly what someone like me needs. And I think most people are like me. I think most people need some support, not just to say, oh, what are your goals? Okay, your goal is 185 pounds and 15% body fat, no problem. Do this, and this. Most people don't need that. Most people actually need a step-by-step plan whereby we can help them do a few things. We can help them set some goals. We can certainly talk to them and educate them about Herbalife nutrition. We can help them make some better food choices, and we can help them move their body. And over the course of the 60 days, every third day, they're going to get a little exercise that they're going to do, whether it be writing some goals in a very specific way, where we're actually setting up the inside of their head to function as the person they want to be. So over the 60-day period, they're not just going to get your support as a coach. They're not just going to get the incredible Herbalife products, which are the best on the planet. They're not just going to get the education from Carla, but they're certainly going to get some inspiration, but it's not just rah-rah, it's not just rah-rah and magically you look amazing. No. What they're going to get systematically, where we start to build the mental habits that they need and create the mental structures they need to become the person they want to become. So that over that course of 60
days. You said it perfectly right there. And this is something that I think that most people will fall down on. But the key word, and I want all of you to write these words down, the mental habit. Because if you don't have the mental habit, it's not gonna translate into the body. So being able to work with the person in the mental habit corner and then have it done right, phenomenal.
Well, the thing is, we kind of talked about this and we figured we got a couple of choices. We can teach everyone how to do what I've spent 25 years learning how to do. It didn't seem like a great idea. Or we can just put it there, and so that your job as a coach is literally just going to be to hold their hand and make sure they're following through on some very, very simple exercises. So you become really pivotal in this, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to helping people take action. And the reason that when we put it together, Carla was adamant this needs to be just called the 60-day transformation, not body transformation, because we're not here just to transform someone's body. Quite frankly, that's quite easy. It's not hard to transform your body. If you've got enough money, you fly down to Colombia from here in South Florida, and they'll do it for you. What we're after is helping someone transform their entire life, helping them transform all their habits, and particularly everything starts here in the mind. So over the 60 days, they're going to get, and I personally favor the audio rather than the written for a few reasons. First, you can transmit emotion much better, and there's a sense of closeness that comes from hearing someone's voice. In amongst that, we've actually got, back up, social proof. Does anyone know what social proof is? Show of hands, anyone? Anyone? No? All right. How many of you have been on a plane and as soon as the plane lands, notice that everybody stands up? Everyone had that? Yes?
Sure.
No? Yes? Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know why they all stood up?
Why?
Because everybody else stood up.
That's right.
It's a phenomenon called social proof. When
I
human,
always stay seated.
when human beings, yeah, it's because you're smart, Carla. When human beings are put into a stressful situation, they look to similar people to tell them what they should do. So they look around and they see what everyone around them is doing. So the objective of the 60 days, of course, surround them with a group of positive, active, involved, active in the chats people. And interspersed in this, we've actually put together, we're just finishing up the recordings now. We've put together stories that your people are going to hear actually said by the person themselves. We've got a guy, a very good friend of ours named Brian McCartney. He's a MIL team 7.5 member. Brian's lost 228 pounds. And your people are going to hear Brian telling his story. We've got another young man, Patrick. Patrick, when he came to us, was 18 years old, had over 30% body fat, and was skinny as a rake. They call it skinny fat, I believe. Eating 4,000 calories of junk food a day, couldn't gain any good weight, felt like hell.
Wow.
3 years later, Patrick is up 45 pounds of lean muscle and is an athlete, is a very high-level athlete here in Florida. So you're going to hear his story. We're going to hear from people with just these extraordinary stories in their own words, and it's going to be attached to a little activity for them to do on that particular day. So it's a really personal touch. So they're going to get this great variety of shake recipes, information, inspiration, and then we're going to put it all in a box inside the most important 6 inches in the universe, which is right between your ears, where they actually have the correct structures to allow these habits to form, these mental habits to form, that's then going to take them literally and change their lifestyle for the rest of their life. I'm pretty excited about it. It's funny, when I first saw Herbalife, I was very much, like I said, in the personal development world. I have listened to thousands of audio programs, read thousands of books, attended hundreds of seminars, probably thousands now. And I always felt that it was a point that was missing from the Herbalife business. Yes, we've got the greatest products, and yes, we have great coaches. Wouldn't it be great to really take someone step by step, holding them by the hand, and install in them the beliefs and values and thoughts and ideas and goals in such a way as their brain automatically gravitates towards them? So that's what you're going to be putting people in the 60-day. Really, if you...
I'm telling you, Matthew, listening to all this, we can charge money.
We could. But we're such good people. We're such good people. We're not going to.
Nobody in the planet is doing this.
No.
Nobody.
Because it's the part that nobody talks about for reasons that I don't quite understand.
Well, I would say the reason why they don't talk about it is because they don't have the answer.
Quite probably. You know, it's great. It's great having a fit camp. Now, how do you reach the people that don't want to go to fit camp?
Right.
It's great having a nutrition club. How do you reach the people that don't want to go to a nutrition club? You know, my personal belief is that someone's stuff, that's a technical term. I've been studying this for 25 years, guys. It took me 25 years to be able to call it stuff. Someone's stuff shouldn't disqualify them from being healthy for the rest of their lives, and certainly shouldn't disqualify them from being my customer for the rest of their lives. And so that's really the goal of everything that we've done. 6 days gets them knowing that something will work. 21 days will help them build a habit that they'll keep forever. Some of you have got people who are waiting for the 60-day, kind of chomping at the bit, who are brand new people who are just routinely drinking their Alateen shake every day because they built their habit. If you were to leave them alone, you'll find that about 60 to 70% of them will just stick around. That's called product retention. That's called customer retention. That's a great thing. Once we get the ones who are serious into the 60-day and we really put them through, and by the way, it's all going to be comfortable. There's no crying down the phone going to happen in this. There's no...
It's fun, simple, easy, and magical.
It's fun, simple, easy. It's fun, simple, easy, magical. What they're going to do...
That's the only way to have it.
Is they're going to hear some cool stuff, hear some great stories, be given some fascinating information, and they'll look up 60 days later and be an entirely different person. And what's amazing is every single person around them is going to say to them, what happened to you? Mm-hmm. And they're going to say, well, you know what? I was talking to Pat and Bill, and they sold me this pack, $25, and I started changing my breakfast, and then I started feeling good. So I did this other thing, and here I am. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm a different person. That's all they're going to know. All they're going to know is I just went to Bill and Pat, and suddenly I'm magically a different person. And so your business is going to absolutely skyrocket.
So you guys, first I'm going to ask Perry. Perry.
Yep.
From Canada.
Yep.
I want to hear what your thought is on everything that we have gone through.
I really like the idea of incorporating people's thinking into the process. Everything that I've seen so far with Herbalife has always been primarily about how you treat your body, but not enough about how you treat your mind. And I think that's the strongest, biggest tool that you've got is your mind. Whatever the mind decides it's going to do, that's what happens. And all we've got to do is get people to understand where the value is in the way that they think and therefore the way they act. And that's what I see Matthew doing, is giving us the 3 points. We've got those 3 points, and the third point was just never quite there. It makes the triangle, which is the base, to make this whole thing really work. Mm-hmm. And even though Jim Rohn was a great teacher and everything, he wasn't teaching us how to apply those brilliant thoughts that he was imparting to us. And so if Matthew can give us that baseline, give us the strength to make all those other things work together. Making the products is easy, and making a habit, those things, once you do it for 6 days, 21 days, it's easy. You've got to lock that in with the mind. And once you've got the mind in place, and once it's that combination lock, all of a sudden everything's just going to go crazy. So I totally agree with what's going on, but I'm so glad somebody finally thought about getting the mind in gear.
You know, and here's the thing, you know, Herbalife does a lot about personal development right now. That is a big focus in Herbalife is personal development. But this is totally different than personal development. This is personal development, but it is an aspect that has never been looked at, which is dealing with, and you guys will learn it as you go, and I will be hearing it for the first time as we go. But let
me chime in, Carla, because I'll give you a great example. Here's what I do. Personal development is a great idea. Philosophy is a fantastic idea. But the simple reality is philosophy is an abstract concept. Philosophy is as good as the concept of a car when you need to get to the movies in the rain. The concept of a car when you need to get to the movies in the rain is great, but you're still walking to the movies because all you have is a concept. What you need is a car. What you need is something practical that you can actually get into and use. And most personal development, and certainly the personal development that we talk about in Herbalife, is really it's action-based, and it's based on how you can do this better. This is your personal development: is do this better, say this better, and that to me is not personal development. That's just skill. That's just skill acquisition. Skill acquisition is easy. Personal development to me, I love the Hawaiian idea of aloha. The word aloha means love is to be happy with. And that to me is what personal development is you're in love with something when you're happy with it. But again, that's a nice fluffy concept, not practical at all. The practicalities are, how can you take someone who feels bad about something and help them feel good enough to be able to take action on it real quickly? Well, let me give you an example. Have you ever heard a song, any of you guys, have you ever heard a song that as soon as you hear it, immediately brings up a feeling and reminds you of a person or a place? Who's had that?
Sure.
Who's had that? Everyone's had that? Everyone's had that. You walk into a school. Schools always smell the same. You walk into a school and you get that smell, and it immediately takes you back to when you were in the 7th grade. In my case, when I was sent to the headmaster's office again. And these things, by the way, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so these things.
Happy went to that place too.
Yeah, Mohammed and I, we got far more in common than we really ought to talk about. Those things are called anchors. And I'm gonna spend about a minute and a half, and I'm gonna teach you more than most psychologists know how to do right now this minute. So an anchor. Anytime you have a significant emotion, your unconscious mind, you know there's a part of your mind that's unconscious, right? You knew that, right? Mm-hmm. Does anyone not know that there's part of their mind that's unconscious?
Maybe all of mine is unconscious.
Okay. If you're not sure that you have an unconscious mind, just think about your phone number.
Unconscious, you just automatic.
Ask yourself where it was until you were thinking about it. That's your unconscious mind. So anytime you have a significant emotion, your unconscious mind immediately scrambles to try and establish a cause. It has to establish a cause because it wants to move towards pleasure and away from pain. So if it can establish a cause, then it can steer you correctly. So it has 3 criteria for any time you have a significant emotion. It says, what's happening now that wasn't happening a moment ago? Recency. Are you with me? What is different? What's unique that I can mark out? Uniqueness. And could it happen again? Consistency. So anytime something happens, your wonderful unconscious mind, your conscious mind can handle 7 plus or minus 2 bits of information every second. So your conscious mind can handle 5 to 9 bits of information every second. Your unconscious mind can handle upwards of 2 million bits of information every second. So
2 million?
2 million. 2 million plus.
That's a big number.
We only say 2 million because we can't count any higher within a second. It's our limitation, not the mind. So uniqueness, recency, and consistency is all it cares about. Uniqueness, recency, and consistency. So anytime you have a strong emotion, anything that's happening now that's unique, that is happening now that wasn't happening a second ago and could be repeated, your brain is going to attach that feeling to. Your brain is literally going to say that thing is causing this feeling. And the song that you think about that makes you bring up a feeling and think of a person is a great example. Because you were sitting there thinking wonderful, loving thoughts, we assume. Wonderful, loving thoughts, or perhaps some, anyway, it doesn't matter. You're thinking wonderful thoughts of some kind. I saw those eyebrows move there, Ro. You've just told me more about you than I needed to know. So, so you're thinking these thoughts about that person, and this strong feeling comes up, and your brain immediately goes unique, recent, consistent. Unique, recent, consistent, unique, recent, consistent. The brain goes, well, this song wasn't happening a second ago. This song could happen again. It's happening now. Oh my God, this song makes me feel this way. 25 years later, the song comes on, boom, there's the feeling. And you sit there going, where is this coming from? Oh my God, that's right, I remember. So that's an anchor. Now, knowing that anchors exist, guys, I'm telling you, when we hit about day 10 and we sit down, we're going to collapse some anchors. So positive anchors happen, negative anchors happen. So in exactly the same way, you walk in and your boss makes this face, right? And you go, oh no, the boss is mad again. So that every time you see that face on the boss, you go, ugh.
And yet he could have been constipated.
And he almost certainly was. At the very least, he was full of it. So, so every time you see that face, you have an emotional reaction. So that's an anchor. With what I've just shown you, I'll show you some very, very simple steps on about day 10. And I'm not going to listen. I'm not trying to make you guys into practitioners or anything. I don't want you going out and, you know, going on a bus and saying, "You come here. You look like you're afraid. I'll fix it." We don't want that. What we want to do is empower you, because your empowerment will trickle down and lead to the empowerment of people around you. So on day 10 or so, we're going to work with your clients in the 60-day, where we actually take some negative associations about, I don't know, what would be useful if we're trying to help people improve their health. Negative associations about food. How about that? How about some negative associations about working out? How about that? How about some negative associations about how they feel about their own ability to be successful in making a lifestyle change? And we take those negative anchors and we're going to replace them automatically with positive, strong, powerful, confident, awesome feelings. So that literally by the time they're finished, the thing that they used to think about that made them feel bad now makes them feel awesome.
Yep.
That's what we're going to be doing. It's literally the user interface of how your brain works from the inside out. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited about it because this stuff is listen, I've watched, and I've been very lucky. I've been privileged enough to help 3,000 plus people walk on hot coals that are 2,800 degrees,
And not burn their feet.
and not burn their feet. Now, we've seen a couple. Now, what's interesting is we've seen a couple burn their feet, and we know exactly how to do that too. I can teach you exactly how to burn your feet. I can teach you exactly how to not burn your feet on the same fire. So that, you know, if no one burned themselves, you know, everyone would say, "Oh, well, it's not really hot." Trust me, I built those fires. I lost the skin from my forehead. That stuff's hot. But the mind is so powerful. If you teach it the right way, teach it the right things in the right way, so they can execute correctly, it will change everything within the body. I know Carla knows this. Carla is very lucky to have a mother, blessed with a mother who taught her an extraordinary amount of this stuff. It's one of the places that she and I connect. And I'm really excited to be able to bring this to your customers, to your clients, and to you. I very much believe in the idea of reach one, teach one. You know, what we want to do is we want to have by the end of the 60 days, we're going to have your people so jacked up, they're going to go out and evangelize about you. You are going to be the answer to all their people's problems. And they won't even know. They just say, Pat and Bill changed my life. I don't know how it worked. Perry changed my life. I met this woman, Ro, in the supermarket, and I drank a shake, and 90 days later, I'm like 19 foot tall and bulletproof. I don't even know how it happened, but you have to call her. It's going to be extraordinary. And then when these people come to the business, I'm telling you, we're literally going to link arms. We're going to make this so professional. We're going to make it so heart-led. We're going to make it so intelligent. We're going to make it so precise. It's like Werner von Braun, who led the US moon landing missions, said, the laws of the universe are so precise that we can land a rocket on the moon and we can time its arrival within seconds. Well, we're exactly the same. If we just install the right things in the right structures in the right way within people and then teach them how to do it, oh my goodness me, the results will speak for themselves, and your business will just. I don't know about you. I mean, I'm ready to sign myself up again. For me personally, it'll give me a business, and it'll give me a group of people, and it'll give me results that make me so proud.
Yeah,
because we added so much value, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. That's pretty much all I got. I think I'm spent.
Well, I think it was more than what I was expecting, actually. So I'm really glad that I think the coaches understand. At least they can feel. I believe they can understand what's about to take place. And what we are going to do is we'll be learning about when we're going to be starting up some new 6-day groups. And you're going to be learning about, that we're going to be launching this particular thing March 1st. And Your people that have gone through the 6-day and the 21-day are more than welcome to join in. I think Kay, I know you had 5 people that you thought would not want to do the 60-day, but I said to you, Kay, you can unmute yourself, or if you can unmute her. But I said, Kay, you don't even know what you're promoting yet. Wait till you find out what this is about so you can promote it. I think you now have a better idea.
Oh, much. The thing is, lots of times it's exactly what Matthew was saying, that their mind is not in it. And with this, if you can reach their minds, they'll be like us. They'll be permanent customers.
Yes. And so now you know, though, some things that you can say. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably make some bullet points for you guys and put it in the chat. And those
Good
bullet
idea.
points, or maybe Matt can help do the bullet points. All we need is a few bullet points to say those bullet points and yes or no, that's it. But I think you're gonna get, like I said, at least 2 out of those 5 people will want to do the 60 days.
Great.
I mean, the truth of the matter is, like I said, guys, really, not all of your 21-day participants are going to do this. It's just reality. It's
Right.
just reality. It's not a failure of you or a failure of a system. It's just reality. But I'm telling you what, the ones that do, I'm really, again, trying to get my head around this. The ones that do are going to come out with such an expanded experience. They're going to come out with the truth of what we as a company have always really been about. Fashions come and go, fads come and go, methods come and go, but no one's ever dealt with the method of how to get to the heart of the matter for that person and get them to where you want to be. This isn't just a system. This is, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Carla and I have worked really, really hard. Carla much more than I have. I'm great with ideas. Carla's unbelievable at just grinding out the hard work.
She is masterful.
You know, we've really put this thing together so that it's pretty watertight and that it's a really nicely flowing system, which is great. You know, methods are awesome. Methodology is fantastic and all that stuff. But what it really comes down to, Mark was a master at getting to the heart of the matter. Mark could look at a person and go, I know what you need to hear. I know what you need to know. And just do it. And that's what made Mark the man. You look at Carla nodding away, the one person who spent so much time with him. That's what he was the master at. Anybody who, Carla is an absolute master of it. It's a skill that's not taught. Yes, you are.
What was the last word you said? What was the last sentence?
I said you're an absolute master at this.
At what?
At knowing what someone needs to know, do, hear, believe, be told, be given.
Yes.
To get them to where they need to go. And it's something it's something that hasn't been taught. And like Perry said, I personally believe that it's the single most important thing. That it's great to teach it, but you know what? I'm not a great believer in. It's taken me 25 years to learn how to do what I do. For me to expect other people to take 25 years to learn it would be stupid. So let's use what I can do. And let's put it together for you guys so that in hearing it, you'll know how to do it with your people. You know, you go through a couple of 60-day challenges, magically you'll be saying stuff to your people. I promise you this, and you'll message me, you'll text me, you'll email me. You'll find yourself saying stuff to people and saying, God, that was really good. Wow, I don't even know where that came from. And you'll see your person stand in front of you and let you transform. It's the most magical thing. It's the and I'm so excited. Oh my God, I can barely contain myself. Because really, we're going to go and absolutely change people's lives. Oh God, I'm just going to keep going on now.
No. We have to stop these people. We have to actually stop.
Yeah. We were going to do this in 40 minutes. Remember?
I know, but I didn't know you were going to do all this. This is great. How can I shut you up? I can't. That was great. So here's the situation, you guys. Is that as we come on the Wednesdays, I promise it will not be to this extent.
No. This is the leaders. These are the pioneers. You guys are the pioneers, so you're getting the good stuff.
Yes.
That's why
Yes, and you're getting it from the very beginning. This is the very beginning. But what's going to happen on these Wednesdays?
You're Mark, I'm Larry.
Pardon?
You're Mark, I'm Larry.
yeah.
You got the hair for it.
Oh, that's Too funny. But the thing is as you guys come in every week, what we're going to do is fine tune whatever challenges you guys might have, refine it, and then boom, you're right back out doing better. So we didn't have this before in the prototype, but now we've got it, and we will be doing. So I would have to say that on our Wednesdays, it'll be between 30 to 40 minutes that we'll be dealing with you, or less, depending on what that week brought about. So, so that is it, you guys. What do you think?
Pretty exciting. Pretty damn.
Undo Pat and Bill, because other than me, they're the next longest standing Herbalife distributors of like 33 years.
Wow.
So unmute Pat and Bill for a moment.
Done.
Okay, so Pat and Bill, I want to hear what you think real quick. Pat, I'm going to let you talk.
It feels like, how do I want to say? The first time I walked in the room and heard Jim Rohn for the first time, I was hearing things that I'd never heard before. And
That's a good point.
You know, what I was feeling from Matthew. With you, Carla, I have known you and listened to your product information and been with you through a lot of things, and there isn't anybody that knows these products any better than you do. And it's just amazing to think that I have an opportunity to do it again.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
I would say the best thing I heard was in college I took 2 years of psych. And what I just heard was about the psychology of learning how to train and teach your people to change their minds, because if you don't change your mind and get them on the same path you're on, you've lost that customer. Mm-hmm. So the reality is you've got to figure out a way to change their minds and change their life. Otherwise, you're beating on a wall that you can't get through. So if you don't know the combination to get through the wall, you're just going to stay on the other side. So that's what I heard.
The other thing I heard was, you know, Carla, with you with the product, you know, Mark always taught us, tell, show, try, do. And what Matthew's giving us is the Jim Rohn part of tell, show, try, do, which Jim was not giving us. He was teaching us, but he didn't teach us how to teach somebody else.
Others.
And Happy, you're the youngest person on this. And I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what you think, because I know that this is a whole new concept for you to hear.
Listen, hold on 1 second. This is not a new concept for the man who is a substance abuse counselor. This man, I'm telling you, this man has dealt with more emotional change and psychological and behavioral change than probably most of us put together. So I tip my hat to you, sir.
Look, I was always excited. I'm extremely blown away by this component, because you speak about it a lot and you tell people change your mindset, change your life, you know, and you never give them a step-by-step guide as to how to do that. So this it's really exciting, because you're going to be able to not just say it to people, but you're going to be able to show them and take them through that process, which I feel, like you said, coming out of the background that I'm in. When you spoke about the anchors, I was smiling, because you call it the anchor, we call it the trigger.
Right.
In certain things you see, when you see something, when you smell something externally, internally, brings up a certain memory and certain feelings that are attached to that. And when you entertain those thoughts long enough, it becomes feelings, and the feelings becomes actions. So I was smiling while you were speaking, because I can relate to it, and it's something that's going to complement what I am about before Herbalife, and putting it all in one It's like I'm super. I can't wait to apply it. I want to do it. I'm super excited.
It's gonna be awesome. It's really I can't wait to see. Because what's amazing about this is it's the way human beings work. It's literally, all we've done is we codified the way human beings work. So when you tell anyone and you show anyone how to do it, they get it immediately. And that's just, literally, it takes longer to explain how to do it than it does to actually do it with someone.
Yeah.
And it's the coolest thing. It's cool. Can I share something with you guys? Is that okay? As we're talking about good feelings, is that okay if I share a screen with you from my computer?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Because today was a big day.
Yes. Are you going to show that cute little?
Can you guys see that? Can you see it?
So adorable.
Steps, oh my goodness.
What?
There you go. There it is. She's 8 months and 2 days old.
Awesome.
I just had to share. while we're all having a little kumbaya good feeling moment. It's awesome.
That was great. So, Ro, I want to hear from you. You're the last one that we're going to get. We're going to close with you, Ro.
Rowie!
So Carla and I have been speaking quite a few days, hours, I should say. I really feel like we've we woke ourselves up with all of this, like the beast in all of us, and we now have a formula to really continue to truly make a difference in people's lives. And this element that Matthew's going to be bringing in, timing is everything. And I'm almost speechless with all this. I just came out of a fit camp and I'm rushing home to get onto the Zoom, and it's like, wow. And it is the mindset, because not everyone's going to do that kind of activity. But when we get this thing going, they're going to start shifting in that world. And you're probably going to see these older people come around and just partaking in a whole different kind of structure of living, because they've broken down so many damn barriers that they've been holding on to for so long.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I brought my father tonight, right? And he's 90, almost 90 in July. And he's been hearing like every week, different kind of personal development conversations. And then we talk on the way home, and I know it's made a difference to him. Tonight, he's out there dancing with us. I'm like, where did that come from? So that's the shift in the mind. It's great. It gives me chills.
So you guys, we're all in this together. I'm so excited. We've got Maria Helena that's also in Belgium, and she can actually speak other languages. And so as we roll this out, and as we get it down, I know that Matthew can't speak 5 languages, but the concepts and everything, somehow this is going to, I really feel.
I can only speak 4 languages.
There you go.
Sorry.
And one of them is from England, English.
Well, I can speak 5 if you can American English.
Okay, there you go. So, but the thing is that we're talking about and doing, is a heavy responsibility really actually on all of us. Because either this is going to fly, like I can see it in my head, and I've actually thought about, I'm sorry, there isn't an if, because I know that I am committed to making this thing happen. And it's so much more than just my own personal thing. This is something that truly everyone needs. Yep. Everyone in Herbalife needs.
I'll be honest, I think everybody needs, whether they're in Herbalife or not.
It's very true. It's very true. But in our Herbalife world, that's where it's going to start first.
Yeah.
And then it will expand. But the thing is that there's a heavy responsibility for each of us to really do our best in getting people into the system and going through that flow and getting them to want to do the 60-day. And I just got to say something, because this is so clear of what Mark said. He says, you know what? 1/3 of the people, once they use the Herbalife products, are never going to use the products again. A third of the people are going to use the product every so often. And then there's a third of the people that will do it consistently every single day. So the people that we get into that 60 days, like what he said, it's going to be about a third of them, which falls right into what Mark always taught us. But those third are going to make such a huge impact that that's all we need is a third to make a huge impact.
Yep.
So you guys, we all have to, I am so ready. I'm finally going to my group. This is the first one that I'm doing in Texas, but once we come back from Texas, Lucy and I are going to conquer all our clubs, nutrition clubs that we've got in Orange County, which there's a lot of them. And I'm actually, for the first time, finally able to talk and to actually start bringing in my own people to put them through the system. So I am just about to be unleashed. I have not been unleashed until now. So I am so dang excited, and I'm so happy to have all of you a part of it, and we will be talking soon. And I love you all, and I wish I had my cowbell, and I don't. Bringing it from. And thank you so much, Happy, for getting up at 4 a.m.
in the brown bag
for this.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. I'm not going to thank you because that's what Lisa should be doing, frankly.
Bring it, hurry up, bring it.
Good.
Yay! There it is.
Cowbell.
Thank you, guys. Love you all. We'll see you soon.
Love you all. Good night.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Good night.
It was nice to see all of you.
I'm calling you real quick, Happy.